They thought those words would break me. Instead, they sharpened me. When the message came, I just stared at the screen, cold, detached. Don't come to Grandpa's funeral, family only. My thumb hovered. Then I typed the only thing they deserved to hear. I understand. They didn't. They never did. I was 15 when I realized what family meant to them. Family was a currency, spent, traded, withheld. Grandpa was the only exception. He saw me when they didn't. He remembered my birthday without reminders. He slipped me letters in envelopes, written with shaking hands, telling me I was strong, telling me not to give up. So when he grew sick and the bills piled up, my parents didn't blink. They called him a burden. I called the nursing home and set up auto pay. 3 years. 3 years of rent checks I skipped, extra shifts I worked, nights I ate nothing but ramen. They never asked where the money came from. They never asked about him at all. I didn't tell them. I wanted to see how long it would take before they noticed. They never did. The funeral was scheduled for a Thursday. I arrived early. Not to sit in the pews with them, that invitation had already been revoked, but to listen, to watch. The funeral director's voice carried down the hall. "Ma'am, the family can't afford the service." I froze, my jaw clenched. That was my mother's voice, brittle with fake grief, explaining they had unexpected expenses. My father, beside her, chimed in, asking if there was a cheaper option. Cheaper? For the man they'd left to rot? I stepped forward before I could stop myself. "Don't worry," I said, voice steady, low. "It's already paid for." The director turned, startled. My mother's head whipped around. My father blinked like he'd seen a ghost. "I handled it," I continued, my eyes locked on them. "The past 3 years. Every month. Every cent. Grandpa didn't owe you a thing. And today, he won't be embarrassed by your neglect." Their mouths opened, but nothing came out. I didn't need their words. Their silence was enough. Betrayal doesn't announce itself. It leaks, slowly. I first saw it in missed calls, in holidays spent elsewhere, in their eyes when they looked at me, like I was an obligation, not a daughter. Then I found the proof. Texts on my mother's phone, mocking Grandpa behind his back, talking about selling off what little he owned once he was gone. They thought they were clever. They thought secrets could stay buried. But I learned something in those years paying for his care. Patience. Patience is a blade, sharpened over time. The plan wasn't born in anger. Anger is messy. My revenge was clean. First, I met with Grandpa's lawyer. I brought every receipt, every transfer, every payment. He updated the will, quietly. The house, the savings, what little was left, it came to me. Legally, properly. My parents never checked. Why would they? They'd already written me out of the family. Second, I spoke to the funeral director. The service would go on, lavish and respectable, paid in full. My parents wouldn't dare admit their own child had funded it. They'd sit in the front row, pretending, while everyone else whispered about their generosity. Lies have short legs. Truth outruns them eventually. Finally, I prepared the eulogy. Not for the crowd, for them. When the moment came, I stood at the podium. The chapel smelled of lilies and dust. My mother dabbed her eyes with a tissue, her hand trembling, not from grief, but from fear of exposure. My father sat stiff, avoiding my gaze. I spoke softly, calm, each word deliberate. Grandpa was a man of loyalty, of sacrifice. When others turned their backs, he endured. When others abandoned him, he still gave love. He deserved dignity. He deserved care. And he got it, because some of us still understood what family means. I paused. Let the silence stretch. Let them sweat. For 3 years, I had the honor of paying for his care. Quietly, gladly. Because love doesn't ask for recognition. Love just shows up. Gasps rippled through the pews. Heads turned. My parents shifted, rigid, cornered animals in their Sunday best. I leaned closer to the microphone, eyes locked on theirs. And when it came time for this funeral, this farewell, you told me not to come. You said it was family only. My lips curved, just slightly. You were right. That's why I'm here. And that's why you shouldn't be. The director moved then, almost on cue. I had arranged it. Two men approached, speaking quietly but firmly to my parents. Their checks had bounced. Their signatures on the paperwork meant nothing. The funeral was funded under my name, my authority. The pews buzzed with whispers as my parents were escorted out. My mother's face was pale, my father's jaw clenched, both too proud to beg. They walked down the aisle, eyes down, while the family they once claimed to lead stared, judging. I didn't watch them go. I kept my eyes forward. The rest of the service was peaceful, honest. I spoke of Grandpa's kindness, his